one thing I did, I'm trying to remember when I did it. I don't remember, but I had started trying to sell, and I realized quickly that I wasn't very good at selling art because as an artist, we're taught, I mean, you're taught how to paint. You love what you do, you
Mhm.
paint what you love, but actually trying to sell your work took something else, and running a business took something else. So I took a community class
Yes.
on business, running a small business, which was actually
Yes.
super helpful for me because it helped me realize that I'm in the business of selling stuff. So, yeah, I'm a businessman, right? I mean,
Mhm.
yes, I'm an artist, but I'm also trying to sell my work. So that was super helpful. The other thing is just I kept trying to practice at it. You know, when I go to shows, I would go up and talk to people. And a lot of it is just coming down to talking about what you love, which is your work, right? And
Yes.
so the other thing that was key for me was that I finally realized it wasn't my job to get everybody to like my work, because that's impossible, right? You're just not going
Yeah.
to, you can't do that, which is good because so many people have different tastes. So many people like different things. They connect with different things. So my job was just to paint what really spoke to me, do the best I could, and then find the buyer that would connect with that, and that just
Mhm.
helped open up any kind of pressure of like, oh, what should I paint? What will sell? And that kind of things. And it's so tempting to go in that way and think, oh, wait, what's going to sell? No, connect with what you're going to connect with, paint what you love, and the buyer, you will find someone that will connect with that. You just gotta
Yeah.
then find them. That's the hard part, right? Well, one hard part, and that's where the marketing comes
Yeah.
in, and understanding your uh your market. So understanding who you're actually trying to sell to, and that is a key thing. So I think the business side is something to learn as an artist. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really great point. And I really love that you mentioned, how it's very easy to try to fall into the trap of selling based on the market rather than vice versa, right? Where like you build
Yeah.
the market and then you sell. And that's a great point because especially with like social media and, people being easily influenced by what they see and other people's successes, it might, pull them in the wrong direction.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you might be tempted, you see someone else and you're comparing to them and thinking, oh, well, I've got to do something like that, when really just trying to be authentic to who you are will be your best tool. um,
Mm.
because you have a unique voice, you have a unique thing to say. We all do. And the buyers or the patrons or whoever's looking at your art, they have their own experience, right? That they bring to something that they see. And that's what's great. It's that communication, right? It's just we don't get to necessarily tell them what to think, but that's
Yes.
good. That's okay. That's what makes the art
Yeah.
world wonderful, and open.
Yes. Yeah, and honestly, it's very funny because I think there are some people who have a perspective that there's a lot of competition, and I'm inclined to disagree.
Hmm.
Because there's room for everyone and there's room for every type of taste
Yeah.
under the sun, basically. So I don't think it's competition, you know? That's like if
It's
everyone is competing to be the best friend of everyone. Like
no,
makes no sense.
exactly. And it's because we're going to connect with different people in different ways. And it's not, I think, whatever, I'm always excited when I go to these events. For example, some events I sell really well, and some events not as much, but it's okay. Like my
Mhm.
friend might sell really well at one event, and I'm excited for them because who we want the art world
Yeah.
to do well. So if anyone's buying art, that's helping all of us. It's not like, oh, that took away from mine. No, that buyer connected with that painting and they bought that painting. I tend to think of it that way too. I think it's a we help each other, and it's a positive world, not a, oh wait, you stole something from me. I don't think we need to do that because there are so many
No.
people in the world, right?